You don't have to have toxins. You can be toxin free. All it takes is a little bit of, it just takes a little bit of reading.
Welcome back to the Christian Women's Health Collective podcast. Can you believe this is our final week of September? I mean, what is happening to this year? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we're going to close out the month and talk to you about toxins in your personal care products. So we hope that you enjoy this podcast. We are going to go into a deep dive in the membership, and it is going to knock your socks off. So if you're not in the membership, go get in there now at $7 a month. If you are not willing to get the membership, no problem. Thanks for joining the podcast and listening. And I am going to ask that you please share this with all of your friends and family, because YouTube has decided to change their rules, and anything that is considered alternative health will no longer be put out there for the world to see. It's now going to be censored. So we are asking for your support. Please share, like, subscribe, all the good things so that we can continue to get the message out there. And we thank you for joining us. Enjoy the podcast.
Well, it's interesting, y'all. So I used to wear makeup. I had a friend one time and she said, "Oh, you came out of the house without eyeliner on." I didn't really even think that I wore makeup that much or that it was that of a big deal to me, but obviously it is. So I've never really been like a face care, skin care kind of guru kind of girl. Everything was so fast and I had too much going on and I had to hurry up and get everything done because nobody else could do it but me. So myself went last, which was totally the wrong thing to do because, 50 years later, you pay for that. So when after Zach's accident is when that, it all goes back to that, because that's like when I really started like paying attention. And that's when I was like, I don't want to hurt anymore. How can I find things to take the pain? And that's when I started learning like the things that you put on your skin affect the cells. And so many different things, which at that point I had already quit wearing makeup. I didn't wear makeup probably at all for 2 years, very sparingly, because I don't know, I just didn't put makeup on. And then when I did start putting it back on, it was more like, well, I've already been without it for so long and people like me just as I am without makeup. It's not like it made a big difference. Like in my head, I thought it did. So that was probably one of the starts with that. When I did go back to wearing it, I knew after learning some things that I wanted something clean on my face. And I think I thought about it for probably a long time. But here's what really changed. And this is what I want you to understand is if you listen to this and then you start saying, I think I want something toxin free. I think I want to change. I think I'm not happy with this. Like every time you go to a product and there's a tension there or an anxiety there, and I think it's with any thought or something that's like, hey, you need to do different, then I want you to pay attention to it, because I think that's your body telling you to explore or to find something else, and that was really satisfying to me. So I've tried several different things. Leigh Ann, I really enjoyed, I'm still using it, the face stuff that you make with the beef tallow. I really like that. I tried to use, like for shampoo, I tried to use baking soda for a little while, but that was kind of difficult for me. Tried vinegar, stunk. So I never really figure out the formula with that. And then clothes detergent and stuff, I've tried, like the baking soda and the vinegars, and I do still use them, but for like working out clothes and stuff, it just doesn't do the trick for me. So that's where I kind of struggle with those things, like the baking soda and vinegar. It doesn't on those sides, but you got to think we're outside all day long. So, so what I've done is I've looked at where was I at? How can I make a change that's convenient for me? Because I'm the kind that I will research so much where it drives me crazy. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing anymore. I'm through, because it would just overwhelm me. I'm like, forget it. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And then I'll be running out of toothpaste. I'll be running to the DG. So to avoid doing that and to stop, I did start doing the Melaleuca products. I started Melaleuca probably 7 years ago with cleaning, and then it kind of evolved in there. I have tried a few things for the face, and just trying to work my way in. So my goal is from here out, everything that I have to purchase, that I can purchase from the Melaleuca site, and they give, I think, 5% back to my grief retreat stuff. So that kind of helps my heart a little bit too when I'm purchasing. But that's my goal, is everything that I buy forward to do it less toxin free. And then as I find new things. So I hope to be like, as far as like the personal products and all that stuff, I should be good to go by the end of the year. I'll be fully, like on the Melaleuca side. It's not 100%, but again, for the anxiety purposes, I feel like it's a start. I feel like it'll help to get that nagging out of my stomach that says, hey, you need to do better. I'm doing something good. It's a non-Amazon company. Everything's right here in the US. So that makes me feel good. And yeah, so we'll see what happens from there. But that's where I'm at. What about you, Bree?
So I started using more natural products a long time ago, like 20 years ago-ish now. Especially for my kids. So they were having issues with time myself. Anyway, so I only use usually like handmade soap in the bathroom, like like a soap made with like lard and lye and like those kind of things, or olive oil or whatever goes with those kind of things. So I just buy locally made soaps for the bathroom, and I started in. Now, the one thing that I didn't always do toxin free was my hair, because I was worried about my hair because I get it colored and like all these things, right? And so I didn't really do the non-toxic stuff with my hair real well, because I thought, well, one thing, it can't be that bad, right? Everything else that I'm using is non-toxic, non-toxic deodorant, non-toxic makeup, non-toxic body care products, non-toxic shaving cream, non-toxic razors, non-toxic toothpaste, non-toxic, body lotions and face creams and all this stuff. And so I was like, okay, my hair is the one thing that I'm like, I don't know about these non-toxic shampoos or whatever, so I went with whatever my hairdresser recommended. Well, COVID came along and changed all that, because I started doing all this research, because I was tired of my hair. It was always so unruly. And I realized I had gray hair. I was fighting, like, and I started doing the curly girl method. Well, can't do that and put toxic things on your hair, because it's a natural thing, trying to work with the natural body and the way that God made your hair. And so I tried like a ton of different non-toxic curly girl stuff for my hair, and finally found some that work really well, and they don't have any parabens or SLSs or silicones or fake everything's in it. And so I try to get ones that are fragrance free and made with all natural ingredients, and they actually work way better than the ones that I was doing. And I have some great hair masks and things like that. And so so that's exciting. So I switched everything over. But I think that I will share some more details in the training. So there are good non-toxic hair products out there. I will say that Trader Joe's also has a pretty good selection of mostly non-toxic, on the pretty good side of body care stuff. So I do buy stuff there occasionally, and my kids do, because it's easy for them to get to where they live and stuff, and they have trouble finding things. So yeah. What about you, Sheri?
Well, yeah, I would say too, just it made me think of it. I go back to EWG, Environmental Working Group, because I just want people also to understand, because I've ran into this myself, and they have an app, and you can look up stuff when you're in the store. So, if you're looking for something that is, less toxic than what you're using, because the first thing I would do is look at what I'm using, and then look and see, how can I do that better? Once that goes away, you don't have to get rid of it right away, unless you really feel like you need to, because it's that bad. But yeah, when you go to the store, look them up. Look up the different things and see what people say about them, and because they will be rated in there too. So I encourage you to do that, and that's really what my journey's been, because I started probably at least 20 years ago also, and it was one thing at a time. I think I shared before that I make my own um, body wash. And so that I've been using that for years, and I actually make lanes as well. And he's my husband, and he's been using that for years. And he was he was using Irish Spring, and I finally sprung him from that, and now he's using, you know, Bronner's, which is peppermint. I got him to it's still peppermint, it's still mint. You can be minty fresh. So he does use that, and you know, and you know and we found for him some, you know, shaving cream that is also non-toxic, and you know, stuff for him to wash his hair as well. So yeah, I was going to say, you know, when I go to get my hair cut, I take my own shampoo and conditioner. Just like I take my own toothpaste when I go to well, I don't have to anymore with my dentist because he is biologic, but I will take my shampoo and conditioner, and she will wash my hair with that before she does a cut. And so I don't use, besides shampoo and conditioner, I don't use anything else on my hair except for water to, you know, I'll scrunch it. And I guess thank God for humidity, I don't know, and naturally curly hair. So but yeah, and you know, every once in a while I'll be like, you know what, I think it's time that I try something different, and I might find something better that I feel works better, you know, for whatever, for my toothpaste, or because I've just switched to using a different toothpaste now. But there's a whole lot of reasons behind that, and I am going to share that aspect in the training, because I did a lot of research on healthcare, on your teeth, and so I think that I will share that there. But yeah, and there's just so many different things that you can do. I will give one little tidbit. Love my coconut oil, and if you're going to take off makeup, it works great. So just saying, don't have to use anything else, don't have to buy anything special. Just put a little jar in your bathroom, and you can use it for that. And I'll share other things you can do on the inside.
Well, I too started getting more holistic in the products that I used about 15 years ago. I started with laundry detergent, actually. And then I started looking more at the makeup that I was using. Finding high-end makeup is so challenging. I gotta tell you, finding makeup that is not polluted with toxins and stuff is just so challenging. So that has been a bit of an interesting process, but I finally found a really good makeup. The part that I struggle the most with is my hair. My hair is unruly because I cut it short. So I do still put product in my hair. I do use shampoos, and I know, you know, I need to go check and see if it's got fragrance or essential oils in it, but I do use shampoos that don't have any SLSs or sulfates or any of the bad things that you read about in it, but I don't know if it has fragrance in it. So I'm curious about that. However, I did just see an Instagram post the other day that I want to share in the membership about something I want to try on my hair, and I want to see how it works, which could be really a game changer. The other thing that I've tried that did not work well for me, and I haven't found an alternative yet, is nail polish. I bought a natural nail polish that truly stained my nails this horrible rust red. So I am going to put that out there. If you're somebody who likes to have your nails done, which I am terrible about keeping my nails done, but my husband loves it when they're polished. I don't like putting chemical nail polish on my fingernails. But just be cautious if you go out there and buy a natural nail polish, because you might actually have a really ugly stain once you take that polish off. I could not get it out. I could not get it out of my fingernails for like 2 weeks. It was the craziest thing I've ever experienced. But the makeup that I've found is incredible, and it's the cleanest makeup I've ever used in my life. I am really going to share about it. The thing that I want to talk about is I love the EWG. The hardest thing that I have ever, when it comes to makeup, and I am a makeup wearer, I was raised that you don't leave your house without it on, and I just don't. It's not in my genetic makeup for me to leave my house without something on my face. Sephora is where I used to get all of my makeup from. And I thought that, if I found their clean products, that I was still going to get a good product. And I'm here to tell you, if it says clean, it's not. There's nothing in the Sephora makeup line that is clean and actually beneficial for your skin. If anything, you're truly adding poisons to your face. I did not know about coconut oil as a makeup remover. I've never used it as a makeup remover, so I'm going to try that. I'm excited for that. But yeah, and then lotions, I created a body butter line because I did not want to put lotions on my body, and I wanted my husband to stop putting them on his body. And so that has been really beneficial for us in our home, because now we're just putting something truly clean on us. And then I loved what you shared about Lane with the shave cream, because we've been trying to find something for Tyler too. So I'm excited to hear what you found when we get into the membership, because Tyler loves having his face shaved clean, but finding a quality shave cream has been a challenge. So I'm excited for that too. So there you have it. That's what we know about skin and beauty products and personal care. If you have something that you have switched over to that you believe is very beneficial, and maybe we didn't touch on it, we'd love to hear about it in the comment section below. It's challenging, and we're certainly as expert as we can possibly be doing the research that we do, but there's a lot of stuff out there I'm sure we don't know about. So please let us know if there's something you would recommend, and we'd be glad to look into it. Outside of that, if you're not a part of our membership group, we encourage you to join. We're going to share some very big things about what we do for our personal care, and specific product lines that we use for our personal care in the membership group. And otherwise, if you choose not to join us, thank you for tuning in and watching. And please remember to
like,
Subscribe.
Share.
and hit that notification bell so you know every time we put out another podcast. We'll see you next week. Bye.
I want to be a toxin-free girl. I'm gonna learn all I can. I wish I had a toxin-free face mask.